you're in foreclosure. Foreclosure usually is from a lender. It can be because of other liens that come up on your property, and the process can take a while, but it's very complicated. And we, for the first 4 years of how we did business, we bought mostly foreclosures at the foreclosure auction. So you really should have an attorney represent you. What's important for you to understand is that time is really working against you. You might be able to delay it. An attorney might tell you to declare bankruptcy and delay it. We bought a property once at auction where someone had filed for bankruptcy 10 minutes before the auction. If you're going to need to get out of the property, you should get out of the property sooner than later. And you should sell it if there's equity in it. If there isn't equity in it, then you have other options, maybe a short sale. But you need to speak to someone like us to find out really if there's equity. Certain areas in Long Island, I mean, we're in December of 2019, are still going up, and certain areas are going down. So if you need someone who has a pretty good handle on the market, you can call us. We can tell you what you can list it for. And of course, we can buy it from you because we do buy properties. But it's important for you to get good advice. And I know it would sound like an attorney would be the best place to go for advice about what to do, but most attorneys have an agenda. And what I mean is there are attorneys out there who really, their main job is declaring bankruptcy for you, even if that's not in your best interests. And there are attorneys out there whose job is to delay when that may not be in your best interests. So your first call could be to us, and we can tell you what it's worth, and we can tell you if there's equity in it, and if you can sell it quickly, what you can get out of there and start somewhere else. Um, but you should, after you find out if there, after you make a decision about whether you're going to sell it or not, you should speak to an attorney about representing you during the foreclosure process. So I think it's important that you find out really what your house is worth and what you can sell it for quickly. Quickly. Now, understand if you go through the standard listing process, you got to figure 3-4 months because it takes the average buyer around 3 months to get a loan. And it's going to take you a month to find the buyer and get into contract. So you got to figure 3-4 months unless you find that one dream buyer who needs to close fast and doesn't need a loan. Short of that, it's going to take you a while. And understand that when you're in foreclosure, there's usually interest accruing on your lien or your loan, and you need to understand how that works and how that works against you because interest accrues and fees accrues and there's attorney fees. And really step one should be to speak to somebody like us who can give you an honest appraisal of what it's really worth. What can you sell it for in the open market if you list it, and what can you sell for quickly to investor cash buyer. I think that should be the first thing you do, because if you have equity in it, right, you might have serious equity in it, then maybe you should sell it and move on someplace to something else. If not, there's other things you can do too. But knowing that is really, I think, the first step if you are in foreclosure and you don't really see a way of working it out with whoever's putting you in foreclosure.